Thankfully, Ranjit's cohorts had the good sense to fall back. Yumet should be here soon with word from Fennel. We should hold our position here until she arrives. Yeah, Bella says time for my close-up. Hello. Ahmet, please tell me you know if that hole might lead out into the woods somewhere. Were there another means of exiting the temple, there is no question that we would know of it. But I fear that is of little consequence, for we have tried to mark the depth of the pit and failed. Hi, John Paul. To fall from such a height. Sister, I come bearing news. The Omoran soldiers and the children have fled Ixmaya. They abandoned Slitherbow as well, though they yet remain in the swamps near Lakeland. Unfortunately, a number of the Blessed were poisoned while fending off the soldiers. One we believed to be of their order was found lost in Ixmaya, feverish and badly wounded. He was taken to Fanro for treatment, but I fear there is little we can do for him. He and the other Blessed will not last long without an antidote. Then we must act quickly. If you've a spare vial, Minfilia and I can deliver it to the Blessed at Slitherborough. You and Urianger should follow the Fanro and tend to the wounded villager there. Oh, there's one more thing here. That's what they were looking for. What about Ishtola? I know it seems callous of us to leave, but she left into that hole for a reason. We have to save the Blessed, whatever it takes. All right. My sisters and I will remain here. We must be certain no soldiers are still lurking about. Come, let not Ishtola's sacrifice be in vain. So is she dead? Runar! Oh, Runar, no! Is he okay? Oh, we have the antidote for Runar. Runar better be okay, he's so nice. Have a good stream, Fenris. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Always so nice to see ya. Have a good night. Runar still appears visibly pained. Perhaps he requires another dose of the medicine. Okay, offer him a second dose. You plan on getting any more, John Paul? The medicine seems to take effect as the color. Okay. Thank you, Runar. God. Scaring me over here, man. It would appear the worst hath passed, though his wounds yet want for mending. I shall minister to him forthwith. Which one do I want? Do I want deep wood, celeste, or lime? Rest, I prithee. I shall attend to Runar's ministrations. Deep wood. Deep wood, says Menno. Deep wood, says Menno. I should have switched. Damn, Ishtola.
Runa, thank goodness.
We delivered the antidote to Slitherbow, and from what we could gather on the way here, the Ulmorans have had the good manners to withdraw. Thank the gods they did, or we would never have made it here in time. I'm told we have Runar and his comrades to thank for keeping the soldiers occupied prior to their retreat. They were preparing to come for you and Y'shtola, it seems, when Runar rallied the villagers and pursued them out of Slitherbow.
In the care of the Vis. Thou art safe now, friend. Pray, rest thee a while longer.
No. No, I am all right. Somewhat heavy of limb, perhaps, but otherwise well, I assure you. I am glad to see you are all safe. When we realized where the soldiers were headed, we knew something had to be done.
I like your hair, Runar. You're a very kind cat.
I do not see Master Matoya. She was with you, yes? What happened to her?
Forgot she was Master Matoya. She sacrificed herself to save you, Runar.
Spare me your riddles and speak plain. Where is Master Matoya?
She's at the bottom of an abyss.
No. No. No, that cannot be. Why would she do such a thing? Was there no other way? I cannot believe that
She's not dead. She?
We must begin the search immediately. I will come with you.
She's not dead.
What are you waiting for? We must find her. She could be trapped, or hurt, or...
If she dies here, what happens to her body back on the source?
She is alive, damn you!
Oh, Runar. She's not dead.
Forgive me for interrupting, but our scouts have apprehended an intruder. We thought perhaps he might be an associate of yours.
Is it Emmett Selk? Of course it is.
Oh, look who it is. Well, this is embarrassing. In my defense, they are surprisingly tenacious. So, what trouble have you gotten yourselves into this time?
Why are we telling Emmett Selk?
Well, well. What an intriguing turn of events. My condolences, by the way.
It is never easy to lose the ones we love.
She's not dead. Can't be. Right?
Well, she is dead, isn't she? Wishing it were otherwise will not make it so.
That you should be indifferent to her loss is no surprise. But to us, she was a friend. The best of friends.
I just feel like that was very anticlimactic for a death of Ishtola. But everybody's crying, so maybe she is dead.
You have something on your mind. What is it?
Yeah, there's a powerful gust of wind. Oh yeah, there was a powerful gust of wind. I don't know why we're just now telling everyone that.
Again, that which thou witnessed in the ruins, omitting not the slightest detail.
Why are we just now telling them this? Runar's over here sobbing.
Flow. The teleportation magic she used to spirit us away from Uldar after the bloody banquet. I recall a similar gale in the tunnel before it took effect.
Interesting. I thought I sensed a brief disturbance in the live stream. How reassuring to know it was not my imagination.
Bloody banquet?
I felt it only once, I should mention, which would suggest she is still adrift on its currents.
Then I fear she may yet be lost to us. For it was only by the grace of the elementals that she was plucked from that great ethereal river.
Oh, heck. We try to get...
Ah, very well. I'll go and fetch her. Perhaps a clear and unambiguous...
Still have to switch roles. Okay, good. He's gonna go get Ishtola. Interesting. Let's see. Now then, if I'm to fetch her for you, I will require a suitable place to work. We must find somewhere that resonates strongly with the live stream. So she's done this before? That's when she went into the live stream? I don't remember. And by we, I mean you. To that end, I give you this, an ethereal lamp of my own design. Keep it close as you venture out into the woods. The brighter the glow, the stronger the location's resonance with the live stream. Once you've found a likely spot, all you need to do is whistle. You do know how to whistle, don't you, hero? Just put your lips together and blow. To find a location that resonates with the live stream, you need to search the area marked on your map. And then call... Emmett Silk. Use the ethereal lamp to find a location that resonates with the live stream. Okay. We have to go this way, but I don't know how to get out of here. Here? I mean, I'm sure I'll get it. If I can figure out Dancer, I'm sure I can figure out Red Mage, but maybe the Veil wasn't the place that we should go first. I thought that fucking mentor was gonna kill me. I thought her take was gonna kill me. He was not happy with me. Yeah, wait, that's not it. Maybe it's up. It's trying to attack me. Wait, it says to go down? Okay. Place of residence. Let's get Emmett Selk over here and see if we can get his chola back.
Yes, this place should serve well enough. Might I have a little space? I need to concentrate. Now then, what color was her soul again? Ah, there you are.
That's not how you snap fingers. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Chola?
He's done it. He's brought her back.
So does that mean that Ranjit is dead? That seems like a very anticlimactic way for Ranjit to die too.
Yes, though I cannot imagine how. What happened?
Thou didst invoke the power of flow, which thence did usher thy soul unto the life stream.
I wanted to save the antidote, and after that... I did something exceedingly reckless, for which you will just have to forgive me.
Runar cried over you, Master Matoya.
Oh, thank the heavens you're all right. I had nearly given up hope.
Oh, Runar.
Please, Runar, dry your tears. What would the others think if they saw you like this?
What happens when she goes back home?
Come now. Did you really think I would go gently into that dark night with so much left undone? So many mysteries left unsolved?
Is there aught you wish to say to me? A word of thanks, perhaps?
Thanks, Emmett Selk.
Emmet Selk, the Ascian of whom I spoke. 'Twas he who plucked thee from the life stream.
I see. Thank you. Differences notwithstanding, you saved my life, and for that I am grateful. But let us turn our attention to more important matters, such as the Katana
You just
Rally.
got back, Ishtola.
You had better not have explored its depths without me.
Does Emmett Selk have like a redemption arc? Is this his redemption arc? It's not even a redemption arc. He wants us to like succeed. I just don't. I don't know why. You don't know why yet.
Almet and the others should be pleased to see you in such uncharacteristically high spirits. Let us return to Fanoff then, and discuss the coming expedition.
Sorry, Llama, my dogs are barking. Hello, Llama, how are you? How was the nap, Llama? Okay. Says the Archbringer of Chaos. Flattery will get you nowhere, my dear. But seriously, we Ascians do what we do for the greater good, for the rejoining. Though we may sow the seeds of chaos, it is man who tends to them, he who reaps their bountiful harvest. But I grow tired of these arguments. If you would kindly refrain from retorting and return to your customary brooding silence, I will take it as thanks for rescuing your companion and leave it at that. Now, we mustn't keep your friends waiting. Just emerging from a food coma? Oh, thank you. Yeah, orange and yellows are very nice on me. Alrighty, so we brought Ishtola back. Ishtola is fine. That seemed like a little bit of a loophole just to add a little bit of drama. But I don't think I could have I don't think I would have liked for Runar to be sad for too long. What are you getting into this evening, Llama? We doing some gammon? Some gammon? I want that bird. Somebody come do these Heavensward things with me. Nap was good, rough day at work. Oh yeah, of course. We love a nap. We stand a nap. Naps are life. My apologies for having put you all through such an ordeal. I could see no other way to say the night's blessed. Happily, both they and I yet live, thanks to you. But our work here is not done. We must make ready to enter the Kitana Rabble and put the Light Warden to the sword. Oh, is this it? This might be it. Oh, okay, nice. I think this is gonna be the dungeon. Should we go in Dansa? Or White Mage? We'll go in White Mage. With the Yulmorans gone and your companion now returned, I think it best you go now before they can regroup. With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxner, the entrance to the Kitana Rabble should now be open. Before we leave, Urianger, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Nay, Though we had but little time before the Yomorans' most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Corail. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the sin eater which her late mother did espy, was indeed the being we seek, and that it is most likely resided in the vicinity of Raktika Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. Then our course is clear. We must navigate the Kitana Rabble and make for Raktika Falls. Though you see it as but another obstacle to be navigated, the Kitana Rabble is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within. Knowledge which is rightly yours as allies of Ronka. You are welcome to explore. I fully intend to survey every ilm of it, once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. To discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies, it had to be so. Be careful in there. Head east, and you will find the path of azure flowers leading to the Rabble. I wish you safe passages from its halls. Okay, we have Dum Jum. Hi, Llama. Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please, promise me that you will return safely. The Knights Blessed needs you. You need not worry, Runar. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift, one the Knights Blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Now, let us away. Oh, that was quick. That was quick! You want to do RimWorld? Alright, we'll do RimWorld. We'll do RimWorld next Wednesday. And then we'll just push Genshin. Well, I'll see what happens. We'll either push Genshin or I won't play Gord. But I do kind of like Gord, and I kind of want to know what the story is. So I do kind of want to push through Gord as well on Thursday. If not, we just put Genshin back another week, which is fine. Like, it's a big deal. RimWorld. Ronkin Dreamer. What do I do? Oh. Where are you? Oh, you're fine. Where are you work for? She has a bow. You're off work on Wednesday, so you can watch the entire torture. All right, Wednesday sounds good then. If Wednesday's good for you, then we will do RimWorld on Wednesday. Wait, what is that? Damn it. I can't see him. Give him this regen here. This. You're getting with the excitement. I'm excited too. I do want to play RimWorld. Broken, I swear to God, dude, you are being a pain in the butthole today. You're being a pain in the butthole. Like the entire butthole, my guy. You can't have it. He's broken, I swear to God. They think bones are the most prized possessions. I know. But the thing is, they have like a million. I don't want to use that. They have like a million bones in this place. They have so many bones. But they always want the bone that the other dog has. Now that's a good question. Are any mods recommended for a first-time player of RimWorld? Oh my God, did not know that was gonna happen. All right, well, that's good to know. That is... How long am I down for the count? Oh my God. At least none of us got it that time. Oh my goodness. a couple of quality of life mods. Allow everything tool, vein miner, and quality builder. Are they... They're quality of life, not so much like... They don't like... I don't call it cheating. But like... They'll make things super, super easy, right? I put that on myself. Oh, they don't change gameplay at all, just make things a little more fluid. Okay, I'll definitely have to... Are they on Steam, or do I have to install them with like a third-party mod thing? I don't know how they work. I've only done mods through Steam. Oh god. What other healing things do I have? Oh god. Oh, I probably could have used my R, and I didn't. The chameleon feet are adorable. They are. I just realized that. They are very cute. They're still on Steam? Oh, nice. Okay, I'll definitely... Do you want to... You're my Discord. Do you want to drop me a message? A massage? Or I can figure it out if by then. I'm gonna make sure. I'm sure that'll get lost. Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Do you think that I should get into RimWorld this weekend and just like figure out controls, or is that something you want to see? It's having a temper tantrum. I love that blood lily. It's so pretty. It's too pretty. This is actually a really fun dungeon to heal. There's been a lot going on. I don't know. Is that gonna go in the middle? Nice. Nice. Totally up to you as men. I would love to tell you I'm a prepper, so would like to have a little gameplay. Oh, I'm a professional. I'm barely a professional. Okay. If I have a second, maybe I'll at least just open it up. At least get those mods working and make sure all that's set up and nothing's wonky. Oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah, this is a really... I mean, a white mage and a level 70... What is this? A level 76 dungeon is a lot of fun as far as healing, I think. There's just a lot. You just have so many things at your disposal to heal with. Also, bless this bard who keeps putting the healing buff up for me. Heading to bed. Have a good night, Minnow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here as always. It was so nice to see you. Hopefully see you around and you get some good rest, get some good sleep, and I will see you next time, my friend. Don't forget to pet the mods. You see those bad dogs in the background right now? What are they doing? What are they doing over there? Defeat arrows. Oh, this is it. This is the Light Warden. Oh my god. Broken. Oh. Oh, it's Cerberus. Brogan, I'm fighting a Light Warden, my guy. Not now. Look at that. You see that? What are you doing, you weirdo? Stop. Brogan, I swear to God. Wait, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Brogan, stop. I mean it. People are dying because of you. Not very nice. Very nice to kill these people here. I don't know what he's inhaling, but I'm right there with you. Oh no! Oh God, what is this? My God, that did so much damage. What? God. I don't know what I was supposed to do with that. Oh, that's me. Oh. Don't die, Corey. Yay! Nice. GG. That was a fun one to heal. I thought that was fun. They're definitely getting more fun now that I have a lot of moves to use. I don't think I have that many more moves to like use though. Let's see, what do we have? We have wings? What? What is this? Oh, Sage's arm. Oh. Hang on. was a lot of fun in the well, being able to use. I haven't been able to use some of those moves ever because I've just always been too low of a level. But we did it. I kind of want an ice cream. Is it too late for ice cream? I don't think it is. This is different. This is a lot more drawn out than the other ones. Oh, you remember where... Oh, because I have to infuse with it. And this might be killing me, is what we found out last time. How are we always doing this at night?
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have.
Her condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though she shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. She must be told. Would you describe it to me, Marie-Ange? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Did you just smack him on the booty?
Well fought. Let us return home.
I wonder if I can solo Embers as White Mage. I think I can.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments. But whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Emmett Selk. Always
Must you always linger
stalking.
after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place, and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Good night, Llama.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name.
Zodiac.
And by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in
Our
check.
Hydaelyn?
And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
Yes, that is our Hydaelyn.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. Well,
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale.
So what's the
Yet you have
difference?
not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this.
What's the difference between a
How is
primal
it
and a
you
god?
are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you asked the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac. We natives of that sundered paradise.
Oh, so they're trying to put their world back together. But all of these other worlds have been created with all different people
Now,
on it.
do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
But that's not fair. That everybody else that's living on these other worlds. Why wouldn't they just see that like there are other people now? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So what if the great rejoining happens? Okay, so there has to be a calamity on the worlds, and if there is a calamity, then the world is rejoined with the source. And then a calamity happens on the source? And then after all 13 worlds are brought back together, then what happens? I don't... Am I missing something? But all these people on all these other worlds that aren't the source are gonna die. If we're on the source, does that mean that we aren't gonna die? If all the planets are rejoined? I don't think it matters. I would still say that that's still not very fair. It's like they should look at it like they created all of these worlds and all these people and all these cultures and just let it be. I mean, unless they're missing out on like some big power or something, I don't know. The Ascians are weird. Do you suppose there's any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? Do I? I don't know. Okay. Since plainly warrant further discussion, I think it's best that we wait until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett Selk concluded, how convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanau and make certain of the Umorans' withdrawal. After that, Slitherbow, the Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Right, let's go to Fanau. And go let them know what happened. I have 2 popsicles. You are returned, and unharmed, I see. Indeed. I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin-Eater should make such a difference. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded this woods. On behalf of the Vis, Our forebears and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. I'm also Bungirl. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Kitana rabble proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Amit. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then.